Within this video, we get pocket jacks and pocket aces twice. Voids here, back on our video, episode 24, the bankroll challenge. Today we made some rage quit the table, but our starting bankroll coming today was 132.25. We are playing some NL2, bottom for our typical 4 chips, playing us in the top right at 128.25. First hand of the night, I have pocket tens right here. We're playing a ClubWPT Gold as always. We're heads up to the flop of ace 8 king, and he decides to lead out right here with a 0.14 bet. And I don't really like the position I'm at with my tens. I know it's a really good starting hand, but given that I'm still brand new to the table, I really don't know how they play. I'm just gonna fold our first hand tonight. Now moving on here, I got ace queen in the button. I raised it to 0.10 chips since it works its way around to me. I get 3 bet right here to 0.26 chips. I don't love it. I'm gonna put in the call though, given that it's ace queen. You guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of ace queen. I feel like for some reason the flops always come out like this, and I never hit anything. When the flop comes 5 king 3 with 2 diamonds, obviously I don't have any diamonds, no kings in my hands, and I was just curious what he had. He had ace queen 2, so he kind of bluffed me off my shoes, to be honest with you, which got me pretty heated. And now moving up, I'm looking at my favorite hand, poker, pocket jacks. I raised it up, he 3 a bit. I called. The flop come ace 8, 8, and now it checks through a queen on the turn. Obviously, I don't love this. This is the play right here where I make a ridiculous call. I put in the raise pretty big. A 0.20 chips, he calls, and now the 9 of hearts, obviously, I don't love as well. I'm gonna decide to check it over. Obviously, there's a bunch of holdings that beat my hand, and he puts in a really big raise. Um, I know I should have folded this one. In the moment, I was a bit distracted, but it's not an excuse. I put in the call, and he had pocket aces, so I don't know what I was doing calling that. Like I said prior, there was a lot of hands that beat me. Any type of ace, any type of queen, any type of two hearts beat me. I just seen their pocket jacks. I don't love it. Looking back at it, kind of makes me grind my teeth a bit, but that was by far one of the worst calls I ever made. Given that the title of the video, that was definitely the call that I shouldn't have made. But moving on, hopefully I could get my head back in the game. On the button, I raise it up to. I call a raise. I'm sorry, I don't raise it up. 2.08 chips. We're heads up to a flop of 5 8 7, so I hit absolutely nothing as I usually do. And I'm just going to fold this one. Now we're kind of down in the hole a little bit. But after that one, I'm looking at pocket aces. Hopefully, I'll make a horrible call. But this one, I'm going to cut off. I raised it to 2.08 chips. Not too big where I can get multiple callers is what I'm hoping. Obviously, since I'm kind of short stack, I want to get all my chips in the middle and get a much needed double up. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen when we get most of the table to fold. The one time I want multiple callers. But at least we get 2 people to put in the call. The Fox can come 9, King 5. So I actually love that there's a king out there. Hopefully they have King Queen. Hopefully they have something like even Ace King, honestly. And now I even love it more when this guy decides to lead out for a pretty big bet right here, about half pot. He goes 0.20 chips, and we all call. It makes it even better. I don't think they should have any straights right here. They shouldn't have any straight draws. Like I said, they shouldn't have Queen Jack, Queen 10, or anything like that. And he decides to check over. Then the guy that was a post flop aggressive decides to bet 0.65 chips. So I even love that even more. I'm just gonna play it a little slow. Like I have a decision to make when I hit the call. And the other guy calls as well. So this is a big pot brewing up. I'm almost all in right here. Now the 2 on the river obviously is a brick. I don't think anyone should have any King 9, King 8s or anything like that. He shoves. I push my range stack in the middle, and I take it down with pocket aces versus King 7. So you did that with one pair of kings and a mediocre kicker. So, like I said, much needed double up. After that one, I was in my head a little bit, but now I'm back to even kill. I'm looking at ace 10 right here with 2 ways to the flop of 9 9 6. So obviously I don't hit anything right here. He goes kind of big. He goes about 80% pot right there. So I'm just gonna call, see one more street, see what if I can hit anything on there. The next street is a 7 of hearts on the turn. He leads out again for 0.25 chips. And do I really think my ace high is good here? No. So I just decided to fold out my way and move on. But after that, we're looking at King 10 of spades right here. There is a raise to 0.10 chips. I'm going to put in the call. And we're gonna get three callers right here. Three ways to swap by me. 2 6 2 with one spade. Obviously I don't love it, but let's see if it's gonna check through, which is I hope. And it definitely does, giving a 4 of diamonds. And given that he checked it again, I'm gonna take a stab at it, take it down, see if I can take it down right here. I'll go 0.17 chips, and it actually works. I was able to use their checks and use my king high to my advantage and go like a pretty big bet, something polarizing to get the fold. So now after that one, looking at ace jack of clubs, there is a raise of 0.06 chips, and for a second I thought about three betting this, to be honest with you, but I wasn't too sure. And then he just shows all in for 1.1615 chips, and I'm just gonna call. Hopefully the round is good for me one time. He has pocket sixes, and I hit the ace on the turn, so I win another little double up right there. And now I'm looking at Queen 10 offsuit in the button. I'm gonna put in the call because I am in the button. I have O10 position. Usually I might not actually play this hand, but I decided to play this one with three ways to the flop, a Jack Jack 9. So I probably should just fold this one free flop, to be honest with you. Especially when the guy decides to lay out for 0.16 chips. I don't really think it's the smartest to put in the call, but I do anyways because hey, why not? I'm one away from a straight, I thought in the moment. And I just want to see one more turn. Hopefully I can get there on my straight, and he leads out for about half a chip, 0.32 chips right there. So I'm just gonna fold that one away and move on. Like I said, I probably should have just folded pre-flop. I rabbit hunted, I wouldn't have got there anyway. So moving on to this one, I have ace king right here. Someone raises up pretty big. I 3 bet 2.30 chips. It's about 3%, 3x the initial raise, and I'm hoping that would squeeze everyone and get everyone out the way, but we actually get one caller, which is pretty scary. And now right here, I don't really know what to think. I'm just hoping he puts in the call and he re-raises me. And I think I'm gonna fold this one. I haven't had the best luck with runouts as of recently. So I'm thinking about it for a while, and I'm just gonna fold it. I thought maybe I should shove all in, or maybe I should flat call, but I just decided to fold. Let me know down below if you guys think I should play that one, if you guys think that was a good fold or not. But right here, where you have King Jack of Diamonds, I raise it to 0.08 chips. We're gonna get multiple colors as you always do when you don't want multiple colors. And now we are gonna go multi ways to the flop. Queen deuce four. Obviously, any one of these guys can have a queen in their hand, so I'm just gonna use my aggression pre-flop and apply a post flop right here. I'm gonna go pretty large. I'm gonna go 0.14 chips, about half pot. And we quickly get a caller, which I don't love to see. He didn't think about for a split second, so he must have a queen in his hand. Yeah, I'm just sitting here with king high. Obviously, I don't have any clubs either. But it looks like it's working with everyone else. It looks like I got everyone else out the way. So maybe if this guy has a queen, I don't really know if I can get him off of it. So I'm just thinking the right size to go. I go 0.30 chips, and it actually works. So I guess he did have a queen. I guess my aggression worked out there in the end. So that's why you gotta make sure your sizing is kind of polarizing at times, especially when I take down certain hands. You gotta make sure you charge them enough to continue in the hand. You gotta make sure to deter from putting in the calls. And right here, I got Queen Jack offsuit. Three ways to the flop of 8 by 10. I don't really love this flop for me, obviously. I'm just sitting here with Queen Jack, so I go kind of big again, and I take that one down with another good little sizing bet right there. And now I have King 10 offsuit in the button. I'm hoping it works his way around to me. I can be the aggressor in this hand, given that I have also position. King 10 can be a little tricky to play. They could easily have some type of king in the hand, and like king queen, king jack, given their position, especially the middle position, gives a call, and that's exactly what happens when Someone puts in the raise before me. Don't love it. The flop's gonna come ace, eight, queen. So I'm one away from a straight. And you guys kind of know about my gameplay by now. I kind of hunt straights and flushes maybe a little too often. I put in the call right there. Obviously, I just need to see that beautiful jack. And now another queen on the turn. I'm just gonna fold. You can easily have a queen right there. I just kind of pushed away just a little bit, calling that one street right there. But now I got a queen jack right here in the big blind. I kind of hope right here that it works its way around to me. Queen jack's not the strongest hand, especially to be opening the big blind with. But as you guys can see, we're kind of stuck around 5 chips so far this video. We kind of went down bad and we brought it all back with that pocket aces right there, and we kind of just been meddling around, chipping up a little bit, chipping down, calling some stuff we really shouldn't be. So we're in a decent spot so far in the video, and my wish is granted when it's a limp pot. It works all the way around to me. I'm gonna charge 1.08 chips. Maybe I should go a little bit bigger just to try to take it down pre-flop. We get one caller in the small blind fold, so pretty good. Boston come for Jack King, so I flop second pair, third best kicker right here, and I bet again, and he decides to fold. So maybe he has some type of suit connector. Maybe he has something like 7-9 offsuit, 7-9, something like that. Because he obviously had king. I thought he could be playing like king five and stuff like that. Usually those are like limp hands, I think. But right here we looking at king queen once again. I raised it up to 0.08 chips, given that I'm the cutoff, and I have ultimate position. I went to a little bigger just to try to get as much people to fold, because hands like this is a little bit tricky, but it's not that tricky when you actually flop a queen on the flop of 6 queen 5. So I flop top pair, second best kicker. They might have some queens in their hands. They can potentially have like queen jack. I don't think they have ace queen because they should 3 bet the pot. So I might be ahead. The guy decides to leave off a 0.06 chips. I'm gonna put in the call. No need to go anywhere just yet. 0.08 chips, I'm sorry. No need for me to go anywhere just yet. And this guy thinks about it for a while, but it looks like we're gonna pay this one a heads up when he eventually decides to fall. I wonder what type of hands he was playing that with and taking that long to decide. But now with the king on the turn, he decides to slow down, check. I improve to 2 pair. I'm gonna play mine a little sneaky. I'm gonna check as well. Now the 2 on the river, don't love it given that the flush draw comes in the board. He decides to bet again, 0.06 chips. I'm not gonna let that stand. I have top 2 pair. I raise up and then he just shoves his remaining stack in and he had queen 10. So we take down another all in situation. So far, me winning some all ins against some short stacks is really paying dividends in this one, helping me chip up quite a bit. But now, right here, I'm in the big blind. I'm looking at 4-3 suited. Obviously, not the best starting hand, but I'm running the big blind. This is one of those defend your big blind spots right here, especially when it works his way around to the small blind. Obviously, blind on blind action. Everyone loves to see it. Everyone loves to play it. I raised a 0.06 chip just to show maybe I have a little something. And now the flop's gonna come Queen 7 Jack. So I'm sitting here with 4 high. Absolutely perfect. And you know what that means? Kind of bluff away. I put in the raise 0.08 chips. He quickly calls 8 on the turn. He checks it. And now I'm just thinking the right size right here. I already decided I'm probably gonna bet this one. I go 0.14. He quick calls again. So very scary. And now pot's brewing kind of big with a 4-3 hand. The king on the river. I'm gonna go about 75% ish. I'm gonna go about 60% actually. Go pretty big. Hopefully I take this one down. He decides to fold, so I did take it down with 4 high, and I guess my mindset of the blind on blind action that he wanted to limp in. I didn't really think he have anything good. So my assessment of that hand was pretty good, if I say so myself. Take down a nice little chunk of change right there with 4 high. But now I'm in the small blind right here. I'm looking down ace queen, another limp pot. It looks like I raised up to 0.08 chips, especially given it's ace queen. I probably could have went even bigger since I'm in the small blind. Kind of one of those premium hands. Heads up to the flop of 2 king ace, so I flop top pair. I'm hoping he has some like king 7, king 5s and stuff like that. Maybe even like ace 5 and stuff. I put in the raise. He quickly calls. Now the 3 clubs on the turn. Obviously there is a straight draw, but the flush draw gets there too. I'm not too worried about the flush draw though. I put in the raise again. He calls. Now the four of hearts comes on the river. Obviously, they have a five in the hand. They have a straight. I go 0.20 chips. He quickly calls with king nine. So I take another decent hand down right here. And now for our last feature hand of the night and the last hand of the night, I look down at pocket aces once again for the second time in this video. Hopefully we can build a decent pot right here, especially when I see someone putting the raise before me. You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm just checking his stats just to see. He doesn't really put in too many raises, so that's something you gotta be worried about. He might have a pretty good hand, but at this point in the session, we are up three whole chips. We're looking pretty good. We just want to put the little icing on the cake. Two more people behind me puts in the call too, which I love. I go 3x pot to 0.26 chips. I threw extra 0.02 chips in there just for fun. And they do, everyone puts in the call as well. So we're four ways to the flop of 2, 10, 4. I'm going to keep the aggression going. I'm going to go about half pot right here. I'm pretty sure at least one, if not two of them, will put in the call. This is exactly what happens. One folds, two more people put in the call, which I'd love to see. And now the king on the turn, not too scared of it. I don't really think they'll have king tens. They shouldn't be playing king 10 like this. I go pretty big. They might have some type of king in their hand though. We get one instant fold, and the other guy folds, so we take down the last hand of the night. That puts us up pretty good, or over a whole buy-in. So after that little blunder, we got right back on track. I made the worst call of my entire life, I think. But coming in today, our starting stack was at 120, 132.25. We bought in for our typical four chips. We left the table with 8.75 chips, putting our new total bankroll at 137 even, and our session result up a whole 4.75 chips. So over a whole buy-in. We didn't do anything crazy. We didn't do anything splashy. We just played nice and consistent after we kind of punted some of that away. But we're not gonna talk about that too much. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make it to the end of the video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all in the next one.